Good morning, lovelies. Zoe Two Dots here. I don't really know how to do this kind of video, so we're just gonna do this kind of video, and not, I guess, keep you guys waiting. The not so very great news. I know you guys, if you've been watching the videos or in streams and stuff lately, you'll know that I've mentioned that Will's been going to the vet, our cat William. Basically, he's not very well at the moment. He's, a bit of a sick boy. I'll go into the full details, I guess, with you guys, but if you just kind of want to get in and out, long story short, he's not doing well. We're going to try some experimental treatments and stuff for him, and hopefully he pulls through. But I guess I'll start from the start. If you guys are familiar with our two cats, William and Cinnamon, I know some people sometimes don't realize we actually have two cats because they look similar in design. But Cinny and Will we got back in like 2016, 2017 as little rescue babies. They're brother and sister. When we got them, they were tiny. Like Cinnamon was 500 grams tiny. There she is, she's peeking through. And from day one, William was always double her size. Cinny was basically just the runt of the litter, and that's okay, Cinny, that's perfectly fine. But Cinny's always been quite literally half his size. William's a big boy. I want to pick you up, but I don't want to hurt you, mate. He's a pretty decent sized cat, you know? So before we moved house last year, when everything was still, kind of fine for them, Cinny's fine and healthy, by the way. William was typically around 7 to 8 kilos. I'll put the conversion on screen here for you guys. He's a big lad. He was never, well, neither of them were ever overweight for their size, but he is a big boy. And Cinnamon's always been around the 4-point-something kilo range. Clearly easily half his size. After moving house, the cat's all settled in, everything's going smoothly. And then a couple of months ago, we noticed that William isn't really eating as much as he normally does. And we're kind of like, he's looking like lean. Like, we know he's got more space to run around here, more spaces to jump and climb, but he's looking lean, not, fit. So we weighed him at home, and immediately kind of alarm bells go off because he's down to 5 point something or 6 kilos, which is 2 kilos lighter than what he normally is. So that's, a bit concerning. Take him to the vet, get some bloods done, all that kind of jazz. Initially, we're trying to see if it's just some sort of, food thing. Maybe he doesn't like dry food anymore. See if it's a digestion issue thing. Trialing all kinds of different foods. Back into the vet for more bloods and things. Suddenly his calcium levels are super, super high. And so they're concerned maybe it's cancer. Shave the neck, take bloods, shave his belly, do ultrasounds, all this kind of jazz. No masses were found, no tumours were found. His organs all look healthy, but why are these levels all weird in his bloods? We start a couple of different things to, eliminate if there's anything like a gut parasite, to kind of work that out for him. If there was, I don't believe there was. I go away for Spain, and then when I come back, the first thing I notice is that William looks like swollen, like a balloon. Like, it looks like cat has eaten a football, cat, like noticeably inflated. And so again, back to the vet, more different checks, back to the vet again the day before leaving for Melbourne, now this last week gone, and they take a sample of the fluid that's in his tummy. So basically the reason he's swollen is there is a whole bunch of fluid hanging about his organs, like free flowing, and there shouldn't be. They take a sample, the bloods are back again. He's anemic, he's got like crazy high levels on all these things that shouldn't be, and super low in things that are kind of critical for being alive. And basically the vet comes back and tells us that he has got FIP, which is the reason it took so long to diagnose, is that because it looks like so many different things. It can look like 100 different conditions in cats that are way more common. FIP is super rare, and it is, at the time, basically we're told it is super incurable. So essentially, got given the word to go home, spend the last couple of weeks with him and get ready to say goodbye. So that was pretty devastating for, Alan and I to hear and get that news. Thankfully, I'm a very stubborn person. And I, get on Dr. Google, what is FIP? Is there a way to treat it? Is there anything? Because, our vet did mention, she's like, there are specialists that can try to do something, but essentially it is, and has always been, incurable. However, here's where the hope comes in. Since the spicy lung in humans, FIP in cats starts from cat coronavirus, not related to spicy lung 19. It's just the terminology used for cat flu. Your cat's probably had it before, and it's just, they get a sniffly nose and, need to go to the bathroom or something, and it resolves itself. It is a, follow-on mutation of a normal cat flu that then progresses into this really, bad condition for cats. Or can. It's, again, very rare. But thanks to, or that's not the right word, due to human spicy lung, 2020, all that jazz, with a lot of different companies working for vaccines and for treatments for people, one individual was working on a vaccine for that, and it turns out that medication is super effective in cats as opposed to, I don't know about its effectiveness in humans for whatever, but apparently for cats was having results in curing cats with FIP. The treatment is currently illegal in the USA. It's been approved for use in the UK and Australia, but it is still incredibly new. It is only been around and an option for a year as approved stuff in Australia, and it was experimental before that, so a lot of vets don't know about it, a lot of vets don't do it. We got in contact with a specialist an hour and a bit away from here. We're thankfully able to do phone consults with them, and William has had his second tablet, so it's daily tablets for 12 weeks is the course of treatment. I think if he was worse along, there are injection options, and that would be 12 weeks of daily injections or injections to then tablets, but it's going to be a long course of treatment. But anecdotally, online, a lot of people seem to have had success with this treatment. The vet that we're in connection with has had an 80% success rate for treating it using this treatment, so we're hopeful, but we're a bit scared, to be honest with you. And it's been a hell of a week, I guess, emotionally, from going from your cat's not going to make it to, hey, there's an 80% chance with this super, rare Hailmaker throw, get this tablet in him, now. It was literally delivered overnight, which doesn't really happen in Australia. If you buy something online in Australia, you're waiting several, it was at our front door at 9 a.m. sort of thing. So get it in him ASAP. So he's 2 tablets in. It's only been, 24 hours. So we won't really know. Apparently we'll have a good idea if it's going to work or not within a week. Cats can show improvement. I'll be leaving for Germany in a week. So it's going to be up to Alan to be the tablet master for William and be caring for him while I'm gone, which is going to be pretty hard being away from home for a month, not knowing what's going to happen. I'm just very hopeful at the moment that, he hasn't really given up. He hasn't given up the fight. He still will protest the tablet, resulting in lots of crying, blood and tears, mostly the blood and tears being me this morning because he got me pretty bloody good in the hand. So he just did the screaming component and I did the crying component. The only other downside as well being that the treatment is, because it's so new and because it's so not widespread, it is incredibly expensive. Maybe if he was an elderly cat, if he was, 12, 15, something, we maybe wouldn't, be pushing for this. But he's 5, he's 5, 6, he's still quite a young lad. I don't think he's ready to go yet. So we're essentially at this point at the moment. I don't know if it's irony or not irony or just somehow cosmic energy, good timing. This is going to be a weird segue. We were working on, several months ago, we were working on cute little merch pins and shirts of Cinnamon and William. It was going to be this whole funny joke thing, like, are you team Cinnamon, are you team William, like, get the t-shirt, get the pins sort of thing. And quite literally, the samples for that arrived the same day that his tablets arrived. And it's very weird. I guess I know we've done plenty of charity things as a community in the past for other, you know, for the bushfires, for Starlight, all that kind of jazz, and it feels very weird to be like, well, I guess this is becoming a charity thing for us. I'm gonna open these up and have a look, but essentially any proceeds from the pins and shirts, the Cinnamon and Will merch, it was just supposed to be a nice light-hearted fun. Any proceeds for that are gonna go towards covering his medical expenses because turns out, you know, non-stop blood tests, ultrasounds, and now 12 weeks of incredibly expensive tablets, it adds up. So let's get William's. I guess, William, you're going to review the merch, all right? You've put us through this. Can you guess who's who? You know, like 3 months ago when these were in development, William was twice the size of Cinnamon. So we're going to have to get you healthy and get you back up to this weight, hey, mate? One big chunky boy, hey? It's just supposed to be fun. You weren't supposed to be sick. Love you. He's still a lovely smoochy boy. Everything just takes him a lot of energy to do. He's very fatigued. Jumping's become very hard because of, you know, I guess probably, I don't know if you guys can see it, but like the belly is like so full of fluid. It's getting difficult for him to jump with that as well. But I'll leave a link in the description as always for these guys again. It was honestly, maybe it's just, you know, the universe. I'm glad that we had these in development so we have got some way to help cover your costs, hey mate. We've got the little t-shirts too, and the little t-shirt with both of them on it as well. I think he's going to be skewing the results in his favour. It was supposed to be a joke of Cinnamon versus Will, who's on whose team, but I'm going to have a guess that William, you're going for the pity votes, mate. You're skewing the audience with emotions, you know? But yeah, I just wanted to keep you guys updated in the loop and not, you know, wondering why Zoe is either a grump or not, you know, engaged in some videos or doing certain things. It's been a rough week, and especially it's just been, you know, we're just hopeful. We're hoping, we're scared, but we're hoping that little mate will pull through. But yeah, I guess that's kind of it. I'll keep you guys updated for how he's going. Obviously, Alan's going to update me while I'm away. And I will pass that on to you guys too. I think one of the benchmarks for me, if he's getting better, is he hasn't played. He hasn't done zoomies. He hasn't played in months, weeks and weeks and weeks now. If you guys have seen previous videos, like William plays fetch like a dog. Like he'll go and fetch his little toy and bring it back. He hasn't done that in so long. Let's get you back to that point, mate, hey? Let's get you back to doing some chasies. Fingers are crossed. Appreciate any well wishes, and we'll pass on all of your pats to William as well. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully a bit more upbeat, because we're, you know, gonna do everything we can to get this dude good and healthy, hey? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful morning, noon, night, whatever time it is for you, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye. Hey. Yeah.